What should Red Sox fans be looking for as we go into the 2024 winter meetings? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and the winter meetings are officially here. This is fantastic news because this essentially means that the dam is about to break with the MLB offseason. You've got every GM and representative in Major League Baseball in one place. You've got free agents, and what you're going to start to see is a lot of the big-time free agents start signing. We're going to start to see a lot of trades start happening over the next few days. But where do the Red Sox fit in all of this? What should the Red Sox and Red Sox fans be looking for as we head into the 2024 winter meetings? That's what we're talking about today, because today what we are breaking down are some things that I think we should expect as Red Sox fans from the Red Sox during the 2024 winter meetings. We're going to talk about how this affects the offseason as well as how this could affect the 2024 Boston Red Sox. But before we get into that, do me a favor. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. I just want to preface this video by saying that I and basically everyone have absolutely no idea what the Red Sox are truly planning on doing, and what we can expect from the Red Sox over the next couple of days is, to be honest with you, a complete mystery, right? We don't know which way the Red Sox are going to go, and this winter meeting period could be a key indication of what they're looking for. But ultimately, again, over the last few years, we've seen a ton of teams just completely change their objective on a dime, right? Miss out on one player, shift to another player. Padres last year, the Giants last year, right? We could see trades just simply start to happen and then fall through, and then teams just completely pivot and go a completely different direction. Maybe Juan Soto to the Yankees becomes the Cody Bellinger to the Yankees, something like that, right? So for the Red Sox, we don't really know, but what we can do is take context clues out of reports about free agents as well as reports about the Boston Red Sox over the last couple of weeks to make an educated guess. And the first educated guess here is that I don't think we should be expecting the Red Sox to make any truly big splashy signings this winter meetings period. I don't think we're going to see the Red Sox get that player that we've been wanting them to get over this entire offseason. The biggest reason for that is because obviously it feels as though that player is going to come on the starting pitching side of things, and for starting pitching market right now, it's come to a bit of a standstill, and that's because Yoshinobu Yamamoto will not be signing during these winter meeting periods. After the winter meetings are done, he's going to start to whittle down his list and start to meet teams in person, and that's really going to start to kick off the rest of the starting pitching market. The reason for this is because the other two premier pitchers on the market right now, Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery, it makes all the sense in the world for those guys to just say, hey, wait a second, why don't we wait and see what Yoshinobu does? And once he picks a team, all the guys who really wanted him are going to come and start to talk to us, and our price is about to go way up, right? It makes sense for them to wait until Yamamoto has his team and is locked in for a little bit for them to start to figure out where they want to go. So I don't think we're going to see a big time starting pitcher signed during this winter meeting period. And for the Red Sox, that probably means we're not going to see a super splashy signing, but that doesn't mean we aren't going to see a signing at all, because there is steam starting to pick up with Shohei Ohtani. We may see one of those guys get signed over the next few days, which would open the dam for all the other sort of secondary market free agents available, which is where I think we see the Red Sox make their first move. Now, the Red Sox last year during the 2023 winter meeting signed Masataka Yoshida, Kenley Jansen, and Chris Martin. I think we see a similar approach in 2024 where they start to look at some of the supplementary pieces or complementary pieces on the open market. Guys like offensively a Rhys Hoskins or a Jorge Soler, a Justin Turner, Teoscar Hernandez, Lourdes Gurriel, even guys on the infield like Whit Merrifield, Tim Anderson, and more that could fit in with the Red Sox and maybe not be their super splashy piece, but be their solid addition to fill other holes in the Red Sox team right now. I also think we should be taking a look at some of the secondary market starting pitchers. I think some of those guys are going to start to go as they start to get offers from teams looking to supplement their rotation. Guys in that category and guys to keep an eye on are guys like Lucas Giolito, James Paxton, Michael Lorenzen, Eduardo Rodriguez to some degree, and even Shota Amanga. I think we start to see some movement with those guys as well, and I firmly believe that the Red Sox will be in the mix for a lot of different players and ultimately end up with one or two coming out of the free agency. So I think in terms terms of free agency, don't expect that super big free agent signing. Don't expect that, oh man, this is our, our ace, our top of the line pitcher for the next 5-6 years. I think what we should expect is, okay, this guy signed, he filled the spot. The Red Sox still have work to do, but this is going to be a good addition to the team type signing over the next couple of days. But free agency isn't the only place where the Red Sox can make a splash this offseason. So let's talk about what we could expect from the Red Sox trade-wise as well over the next couple of days. While the free agent market feels a bit more predictable, the trade market feels like an absolute crapshoot right now, right? I have absolutely no idea what the Red Sox are looking for trade-wise. Honestly, I don't think anyone really does, right? We've heard rumblings here and there of them possibly being interested in someone, but one of the things that has stood out over the last couple of weeks is that the Red Sox aren't super interested in the short-term rental type trades. Guys like Juan Soto, who's more than likely going to hit free agency, Corbin Burnes, Shane Bieber type guys, where you don't really think that these guys are going to be on your team longer than 1 year. So the Red Sox may not be interested in those guys, but there is a possibility that the Red Sox are looking for controllable pieces. And in that way, I think we start to see our first true Red Sox trading rumors pop up that could point to a direction the Red Sox are looking to go. I'm talking rumors that are like, hey, the Red Sox are checking in on the Seattle Mariners, or they're checking in on the Miami Marlins to see what their pitching situation is like, who they're willing to give up, who they're willing to talk about. And I think that's sort of where we start to see the Red Sox formulate a plan trading wise. I don't know if we're going to see an actual trade take place, and if we do, I think it's going to be a slightly smaller trade, but I do think we start to get a bigger picture as to what the Red Sox are looking for. I also, at the same time too, wouldn't be shocked if all of a sudden they were in on a Corbin Burnes or a Shane Bieber. If there's a rumor going around like there is with Shane Bieber right now, that he could be open to an extension once he's traded to a new team, right? That could be something the Red Sox look at, but again, trading wise, it's really hard to predict. And on top of that too, I think at the same time, like we talked about with the premier starting pitching market and free agency, it's going to be fairly similar with the trading market, right? If a team like the White Sox, the Brewers, the Guardians has a guy that they think is available and they are willing to trade, why would they trade him now? Why wouldn't they wait until Yoshinobu Yamamoto starts to really whittle down his list and the teams that get kicked off start to look elsewhere, right? Because all that's going to do is breed competition. What competition's going to do for these teams is breed a bigger market. So I don't know if we see a Corbin Burnes, a Dylan Cease, a Shane Bieber start to get picked up unless a team truly blows them away over the next few days, which again is entirely possible, right? The trade market's so hard to predict, and with the Red Sox, it becomes even harder because we don't really know what Craig Breslow's philosophy is. But again, ultimately coming down to it, what the Red Sox fans should expect on the trade market, I think Red Sox fans should be looking a bit as to what the philosophy is going to look like with Craig Breslow, what he values on the open market. Is it the big name that could possibly leave the next year? Is it a smaller name that has a ton of potential and more control? Or is it a big name with control that he can pry out of someone's hands with a really exciting package? Those are three different options for Craig Breslow, and I honestly think all three of them are possibilities. So again, I think what we're going to see with the Red Sox is sort of a narrowing down of philosophy when it comes to trade packages. There are also a few things outside of trades and free agents that you need to keep an eye on over the next couple of days. One of the bigger ones is the fact that the Red Sox are going to figure out where they are going to be drafting in 2024. During the winter meetings, the MLB draft lottery takes place, and right now the Red Sox have about a 1.2% chance of getting the number one pick 2024 season. It's possible, extremely unlikely, but it's possible they end up with a 1 through 6 pick. Most likely they'll probably end up with the 11th or 12th pick in the draft. But there is that possibility they end up with 2 through 6, and I think this is going to be really interesting, right? Because what this is going to do is help shape the direction that Craig Breslow goes during the 2024 MLB draft, and that's going to be super interesting because we've never seen Craig Breslow draft before, right? We don't know what his philosophy is going into an MLB draft. We don't know which way he's going to target. Is it athleticism? Is it name? Is it position? We don't really know, so we're going to get our first hint at that, and that could be really important. The other thing to keep an eye on, and something we will will be covering on Wednesday this week is the finale of the 2024 winter meetings. Always ends in the Rule 5 draft. Now, for the Red Sox, again, we're talking about the first time Craig Breslow has the ability to draft anybody. What is his philosophy going to look like? Is it going to be a pitcher forward approach? Is it going to be a utility forward approach? Who are the Red Sox going to target during the 2024 MLB Rule 5 draft? On top of that, who are the Red Sox going to lose? The Red Sox have, I don't know, 20, 30 names available on the open market in terms of the Rule 5 draft this offseason. Do teams really target the Red Sox and deplete that farm system? Do the Red Sox sort of slide under the radar and get away with some of these names that they left off on the draft board? Guys like Shane Drohan, who are available. He's probably the most notable name. Do the Red Sox keep him? Do they lose him in the MLB Rule 5 draft? Maybe we get some reasoning as to why the Red Sox went the direction they did with Drohan and the people that they picked up in the Rule 5. So this is going to be a busy week for Red Sox fans, right? Outside of the fact that free agency is probably going to pick up, the trade market's probably going to pick up, we're also going to get our first glimpse of Craig Breslow, the drafter, as the CBO of this team, which is going to be extremely interesting. So overall, when we're looking at what to expect in general for Red Sox fans, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy splashy. But again, everything can change at a moment's notice, and maybe the Red Sox get notice that, hey, Yamamoto's more interested in the Dodgers and the Mets, and they pivot and they go to Montgomery and they go to Burns and they go to Snell or they go to Shane Bieber or someone like that, right? We don't really know, but I think this is probably the best educated guess I think we could make regarding what to expect from the Red Sox, which is not a super splashy free agent signing yet. I think we do start to see some rumors pick up about what they're looking for, and I do think we see our first couple of free agent signings over the next couple of days for the Red Sox in smaller sort of key positional player roles or smaller rotational roles. And then I think we start to see a bit of a philosophy start to take shape for the Red Sox trade-wise, right? Are they going for these one-year rentals in hopes that they can extend them and bring them to a longer contract? Are they looking for just straight rentals to make themselves competitive in 2024 and then start to relook at their rotation 2025? Or are they strictly looking for controllable pieces? And I think that's something that's going to be one of the more interesting parts of the 2024 winter meetings for the Red Sox. But this is all just my opinion, so let me know in the comment section down below. What are you expecting over the next couple of days? Are you expecting something big? Are you expecting something small? Are you expecting nothing at all? Let me know all your thoughts on what you should expect from the Red Sox winter meetings in the comment section down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seats.